Well, the last school bell may have just rung, but here at TNTP, we are already thinking about how we can help you start your new year strong. Hi, I'm Sashelle Harris, and I want to welcome you to Start Strong, a new summer series highlighting professional development opportunities and services that will help close the opportunity gaps at your school and create better student centered solutions. Today, I'm joined by nationally renowned psychologist Dr. Jason Okonofua, who focuses on interventions to reduce student suspensions and expulsions. Dr. Okonofua, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
Of course, this is really important work. And I have to say, the more I learned about it, the more I'm excited to have this conversation. So if you're ready, let's just go ahead and dive in with our first question.
Sounds great. Let's get started.
Okay. What is empathic instruction and how does this approach help disrupt disparities in student discipline?
Empathic Instruction is a brief series of online exercises that we've put together based on recent scientific research that shows that more of a empathic mindset in which teachers value students' perspectives and focus on sustaining positive relationships with them has led to meaningful and lasting reductions in disciplinary problems. Namely, it reduced suspension rates by 50% across multiple school districts and reduced racial disparities in those suspension rates by up to 45%. At present, this is the only science-based approach that can have that type of real-world impact as well as be sustainable. Because even students who had a teacher with this more empathic mindset the previous year, and now they have new teachers, they still remain less likely to be suspended. It's a culmination of what we've put together from scientific research over a number of years, and it's now available in the field. In collaboration with TNTP, we're hoping to get it into the hands of people who could use it the most.
Who is empathic instruction designed for?
Empathic instruction is designed to really enhance the quality of teacher-student relationships. So it's really oriented at the relationship as a whole, but the entry point is with teachers. We purposefully wanted to go this route because teachers are in a very pivotal position to help students grow and learn and become their best possible selves. And teachers are some of the most empathic people in society at large. They value these things. And so we saw this as a great opportunity to help everyone in that school setting to reach their goals, whether it be teachers reaching their goals of teaching children and helping them learn and grow, or students reaching their goals of learning in a way that can provide them with the resources to succeed in whichever careers that they want. Everyone can win.
Thank you so much for sharing that. How is empathic instruction delivered?
Great question. From the onset, we wanted to make the most logistical sense for districts who have a lot of things going on and may have scheduling that we need to adhere to. And so it's just a series of two brief online sessions that teachers can complete during their regular professional development time or during a participation window at the leisure that works for them. We did this for reasons of being able to provide this type of approach across the masses, for example, across entire school districts, all at the same time, and be able to regularly report back on the efficacy of the approach. And so we try to make it as relatively simple as possible for the people participating and for the district and administrators that are organizing, and for teachers to have this opportunity to share their voices, to share their perspectives on what's happening in their classrooms.
Doctor, with everything that's happening in our country today, it feels like we can all use a little bit more empathy. Why is now the right time for school systems to implement this work?
So fortunately, school districts have been reaching out to us for a number of years now, and we've been working with them and showing the effects like what I've described today. But in this time in particular, there are a lot of things going on that can increase the likelihood that we don't think about empathy, that our knee-jerk reaction is more punitive in nature than it is empathetic. We're in a time in which people have been stressed out by a lot of differences, in, namely education with hybrid learning, virtual or distance learning, and that teachers and students in particular we know have been suffering from this. Students, we're finding, are years behind in education, which can be particularly stressful and anxiety provoking. These are things that can lead to misbehavior. And for teachers, teacher attrition, I think, is at an all-time high. Teachers are leaving the profession because it is quite a lot of work, and a lot of time over the last few years has been spent pointing fingers at teachers as the source of issues, or that they are to blame for some of the negative impacts of the pandemic and other things that have been going on. And so at this particular time, teacher-student relationships are suffering. And so this type of approach that really focuses on mending and protecting the integrity of those relationships by way of empathy, something that everyone can get on board with, but also we know has very positive benefits, not just for the people empathizing, but for the people that they're better understanding, both between teachers and students, such that at this particular time, this type of approach, I would say, is necessary. It may not be sufficient. We may need policy things in place as well, like restorative practices. We may need skill building things in place as well, like cultural competency. However, this empathic part, that psychological component, it motivates us to reach out and connect with others in a time when loneliness is at an all-time high. That part, I think, is more necessary than ever.
Dr. Okonofua, thank you so much for your time today. I think I speak for all of TNTP when I say we are so honored to be partnering with you on this very important and much needed work. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us for this Start Strong conversation. To read a more in-depth conversation we had with Dr. Okonofua, head over to our blog at tntp.org. And to learn how you can bring empathic instruction to your school system, email us at info@tntp.org. Until next time, I am Sashel Harris. Enjoy your summer.